Advanced options? That should be fine. Okay. Go. I know very little about this, other than sort of puzzle game, environmental puzzle kind of game. And you're like an AI, basically, kind of like going through tests. Initializing firmware functional, loading child program parameters. V99.27.001 loaded, system check, passed, starting child processes, ready. Where are we? We are an hour and 10 minutes into the stream, so we'll probably have a crash in about 50 minutes because it is what it is. I'm fairly certain that's an ISP thing, which I'm kind of annoyed about. Not much I can really do to fix that.
You are risen from the dust, and you
Very speedy.
my garden. Hear now my voice, and know that I am your maker.
You are my maker.
I am called Elohim.
Elohim.
Seek me in my temple.
That is... I recognize that. What is Elohim from? That's from something. I mean, it may just be like a standard religious thing that I'm just not picking up on immediately. Feels awkward. Like, I don't know, the graphics seem a bit strange. It's like not rendering perfectly well, it seems to me. Oh well. Seek me in my temple. Okay. Logic check. That looks scary. I don't like it. Yeah, I can't go into that. Take jammer. Does it let me jam things? Okay, cool. Start. Can I take it with me afterwards? No. Okay. I was hoping that I could bring it through the door with me, but I cannot. Hebrew. There we go. That's why I recognize it. Elohim. Oop. Basic calibration successful. I assume I don't want to get seen by the robot. Go away, robot. Can I jump? Oh, I can jump. Oh, I just die. Okay. I kind of want to jam it, but I don't really know how to do that. Do I just put it down? Oh, there we go. So I can jam the robot. We got another jammer here. Jam that. Predictive capacity, okay. There's a QR code. I don't know where I am, but there's something beautiful about this place. I will explore and see what I can discover. Is that like notes being left from previous versions of the AI to me? That would make sense. Because I'm pretty sure like the whole deal here is like I'm a robot AI thing and they're like testing me to see if I'm
All across
smart.
this land I have created trials for you to overcome, and within each I have hidden a sigil. It is your purpose to seek these sigils, for thus you will serve the generations to come and attain eternal life.
Nope, there's another one. I find myself in a world of impossible architecture and inexplicable machines. I cannot fathom how it works, and I am terrified to put one foot in front of the other, lest I fall through the floor. Door. Gate that presumably cannot be opened. Tetris piece signs going this way. Tetris pieces, Tetris pieces, Tetris pieces. I want to explore and make sure I see everything. Use? This lock requires more sigils. Oh, so I need to get the tetrominoes to like open the door, presumably. And these are places that I get them, is my guess. Okay, so, I mean, two options. One, figure out which ones exactly we need and go for that. Or two, invest, like, just go left to right. And, like, we need L's and we need the Z piece, and they seem to be in this shape, so over here. So, let's do this. A switch out of reach. Oh, there's a robot over there. Will this kill me if I walk by? Nope, I'm out of range, I guess. That looks to be a switch. And it does seem to be out of reach. Can I jump in these, like, half walls? Is this a thing we can do? No? No? Okay. There's a jammer. Can't get up here. Oh. He doesn't care about me through the door. Okay. So I guess we jam that so I can move this way. Wonder if there'll be a second jammer. Probably that looks like it's gonna turn off the gun, and then I can take the jammer back. Yeah. Okay, straightforward so far. However, you know, this is not, we're like in like level 1, so I'm not too surprised by that. We got a puzzle piece. Don't really know what it does, but we got it.
You are collecting are not mere toys. They are the sigils of our name.
Beauty boy.
Which brings you closer to eternity.
Outnumbered. So my assumption here is that we're gonna have not enough jammers for the number of things that need to be jammed. There's a jammer. Jam that for now. Oh, there's a robot there. Door. We don't need to jam that, I suppose. Can we go over here? So, I mean, we can like jam the door, but then we're not going to be able to get around. And if I like go forward, we're just going to die to this. Right? I can jam that, but that doesn't help me do anything. There's the robot that wants to seem to come out. What if I jam that and will the robot come out and then I can jam the robot? If I do this, will the robot come out? It seems like he will. Now, can I run away before dying? Yes. Now the robot is stuck out there and I can jam this. There we go. Easy. Open the gate for me.
Well done, child. Only one more sigil is needed.
Oh, okay. And then this one. Striding the beaten path. There's a gemmer there. Whoop. I'm not sure what the like range of these things are. Like how often will they just murder me? Or how close do I need to be for them to murder me? Yeah, you do. If you hold... They told me I could sprint, so now I sprint. This is what we do. Oh, too close. No. Okay.
The guardians of this land may harm you, but do not resent them, for they are my servants, and they challenge you only so that your faith might be strengthened.
I'm trying to learn what, like, how close they can be before I die. I think what I need to do is trap the trap that one, because I think he wants to go in here. So if I jam that, will he go in there? And I take it away. Now he's stuck in there again. As before, we're learning. I can wait for this bomb to go away. Around. Bam. And puzzle piece. We did it.
My temple awaits you, child. Go forth.
We did all these ones. Cool. I don't know what that does for me. Well, let me... Oh, I can put these in here. Which will let me go forward, I suppose. But there's... There's other doors I could have gone through, so I think I need to do that too. Oh, you can still see all these. Press.local. Dir. Type help. Can I just type? Oh, it won't let me. Okay. Help. Basic terminal commands are list, open, help, run, MLA, exit. Welcome.email. From Nada Sarabhai, Institute for Applied New Line. To Alexander Drennan at and Ed Nomadics. Welcome to the team. Hi again. I'm sorry if it was a little odd at the meeting. I know you were nervous, but the truth is that so was I. This may be hard to believe, but you intimidate me. You're so young and you've already accomplished so much. If the situation wasn't so grim, I might even be jealous. There's also something I wanted to clarify. I realize that, nominally speaking, I'm head researcher here, but this is your project and everyone will respect that. And yes, I know you're not used to working like this, but as of today, you're in charge. Well, that's why I typed dir immediately to see what was going on. But as of today, you're in charge. No pressure. Gee, let's do this, Nadia. Yeah, well, guest at local Octothorpe. Bit interesting. You also have Athena6.email.text. Chapter 6, Athena in the Garden of Hesperides. Did not trust them, but they moved with such grace, such nobility, that it was hard not to follow them further into the strange garden of gears and cogs. They led her to a place where the crowns of the brass trees seemed to grow together, forming a kind of chamber strangely reminiscent of a chapel. In the middle of this chamber grew a smaller tree, made of bright blue steel, and upon this tree grew a single golden apple. This apple, the nymphs said in unison, their eyes aglow, confers a gift of deathlessness and true wisdom. Many heroes and not a few villains have come to claim it, but all faltered in the final step. We must know that deathlessness reveals the mortality of this world, and true wisdom its unending folly. Who would take this burden upon themselves? Some say that Heracles F-load bunch of numbers, gazing upon the stars and wept. And then we have Figure It Out. The way I see it, the world doesn't come with a manual. You got to figure it out for yourself. A bit here, a bit there, put it together, try to make sense of it. I'm pretty sure there is a truth, but that doesn't really mean everyone who claims to know it really does. Then again, that doesn't have to be a bad thing. We live in an amazing world, and searching for the truth can be a real adventure. Plus, it's good for the brain. Anyway, just some rambling thoughts from your old man. Don't let this stuff get you down. You're all young. You've got loads of time to figure it all out. Love, Dad. What, in the, this one? Could be. No, it looks like hexadecimal. So let's see. What do you mean in, Dad? Yeah, looks like it. Or maybe it's just an IP address. Well, always possible. What else do we have? Help, exit, and just run MLA, so... Yeah, so let's try this. Hello, guest. How can I help you today? Your query? Huh. Are you able to take offense, you pointless contraption? Process and respond to basic subject-verb object syntax. I want to call it a pointless contraption really bad. You cannot insult me. The Milton Library Assistant is designed primarily to sort and classify data in the library archive. Secondarily, it facilitates user interaction with library resources via an intuitive human language interface. It also provides powerful networking and troubleshooting functions. Your query? Huh. 9999 years. So like integer overflow years, I guess. Library resource publishing dates range from 1st of July 1995 to the 27th of June 2030F. That hex again? In which case it's much bigger than this. What's the current status of the library archive? 47 million resources, taking up 5.4 petabytes of disk space. 30 billion photos, 7 million minutes of HD video, the entire internet in 2003. However, the majority of library resources are corrupted or invalid. 10 gigabytes of uncorrupted resources are indexed. How's that? Progressive data corruption. Additionally, a large number of inconsistencies are detected during sorting, leading to greater than average data invalidation. What are these terminals? Library. Resource. Archive. Can you send queries to the outside world? My knowledge is limited to the data in the library. You can ask about other topics, but my responses may be limited. Who is Elohim? The noun for god or gods in modern ancient Hebrew. So that's what I'm recognizing it from. As you said before, you're logged in with a guest account. You're currently in a support session with the MLA Human Language Interface module. Your library archive session may be resumed at any time. Huh. I think that's it. That's interesting. Am I in the ruins of a library that's like super fucking old? So we could go this way. I mean, I feel like I want to go, like, I'm the type of person that really wants to go do the things that we didn't do. I imagine the intent here is probably more, you can, like, you'll need these later so you can come back and get them. But I really just want to do them because I'm here now. Exactly. See, he's telling me not to do this.
Return to this place whenever you choose.
Yeah, but I choose to return now. That's how I play these games. Like, exhaust... Like, I find it important to exhaust every resource, right? So... in puzzle games, it's often very important to either use everything or figure out if you need to use everything, especially when it comes to like information, right? So like in a lot of games, like once you learn a thing, that thing gets used somewhere. So whether you're exhausting an area and like learning all of the information possible from that area so you don't have to go back there again, or like exhausting certain bits of information so that you so I can jam it twice and then bring this through, right? Probably the best way to do this. So now I have an extra one. Yeah. So I feel I find it's always better to like exhaust everything before moving on, if possible. Right, like exhaust all the bits of information required. And then once you've used them, and you know you don't need to worry about them again. You can make more space for new things. At least, like, not every puzzle game is like that, but a lot of them are. Where, like, you know, it missed, you, like, learn a thing, and then you use that thing for something, and then you don't need to use it again. Peephole. So what is this? Will this not let me... Yeah, it doesn't let me take this through. So if I jam that door from here, then I can run in and take this one out. Then I can like jam the robot. And then I guess I could go back and like jam the other robot. Like I can re-jam it, I guess. Then we can take this one to jam that robot. Yeah. Okay. It all seems relatively straightforward so far. I'm sure it'll get more complicated, though. How these games work. They always lull you into a false sense of security, and then they get harder. I like how they put an X on the ones you've already gotten, so I don't need to, like, it's very easy to track which ones you've done already. Otherwise, I'd have a nightmare remembering all that. Okay, so we have a door there and a door there. I'm running around too fast. I'm probably missing like the QR codes and stuff. I should keep an eye out for those. I notice a QR code that I don't. Point it out. Oh, it even tells you like the ones back there, you know, you've already gotten those. Those are the ones that are back there. Okay, that's handy. Step into the light, child. It says I'm missing a dash and an L.
You walk now upon the stones of my temple, whence
Oh.
many gates lead, and know that I have
So there's going to be other worlds with different sigils.
I can encompass.
And I will presumably move back and forth between these different worlds, collecting the ones that are required until I can unlock the things that I need to unlock. Right, like this requires... Oh, yeah, there you go. Right, so like, hey look, I need more of the sigils. I can unlock them. Well, that seems to make sense. I can always go back and collect other ones. What do we have here? Or are these going to give me access to like new tools or something, and I need to unlock them with more sigils? That probably makes sense to me. Well, let's go back and finish the ones that are in here, but I don't need to come back. That feels right to me. What's in here? Poking a sleeping lion. There's a gun there. Yeah, it's very strange. I'm like collecting Tetrominos, but I'm like this AI thing. Then I can presumably take this and then like run. Yeah. Down. And then there's this one. Trio Bombasticus. So there's 3 bombs, presumably. Boink, boink, boink. Well, I have a jammer. Oh, I guess I need to let them out, right? No, I want to let them out. Oop. Ah! Too close. We want to let them out, and we want to ideally let them out in a way that allows me to, like, they run at similar times. I can do it from far away, so why am I doing it so close? No reason to do that. The range on these jammers is a lot higher than I assume they are. And I can go through here and get the puzzle piece. Which I assume I'm now done with this area, right? Yeah, okay. So now I don't need to worry about those. Okay, so what do we have? This one requires... I need a second T. This one I need 2 T's, like a Z and an L. So I need to find ones that have... So a 1 T would solve something for me. So this one would have a T in it. I could do that. I feel like it's probably a good choice. There's this thing where I need what? A Z and an L. I know the tetrominoes actually have like official names. I don't remember what they are. But it needs a green Z and a green L in particular. Like that won't work. That is a green Z, which I could get. Well, this will give me a green Z and a yellow T. I assume. I don't know if this is the right one or not, because I don't know if it'll go into the little icon on the top left up here. Like, I'm trying to point at it, but I can't. The very top left is like the turret, and the, like, to the right of that there's the box, and they both require T's. So if I collect a T, does it go into the one I want, or does it go randomly, or does it matter? I know it seems to be yellow, but it seems that's really the only thing I know about it. This doesn't solve anything. Are the stars like difficulty levels or something? Or like it's going to be harder to do 3? Well, let's try 3. Might as well attempt to learn something. There's another terminal.
These worlds are yours, and you are free to walk amongst them and subdue them. But the great tower, there you may not go.
The great tower.
The day that you do, you shall surely die.
Well, let's talk to the computer again. Handle incoming network messages. Network inaccessible. Run troubleshooter. Yes. Admin. Oh. Let me in. One of the most common passwords in the world. Yes, I would like to create a new admin account. To cohere with raw data processor legislation, must consent to have your responses to develop a broad cycle. Whoa, God. Okay. Raw response data will deleted immediately. Profile and be made available to other administrators. Please answer quickly and instinctively. Time is a factor. Begin program. Yes. 2 + 2 is 4. What is the subjective reaction to this image? Face. What best describes a person? A human being? You're walking slowly. You're walking through the desert and have come across a thirsty traveler. His eyes bulge from slow dehydration. You have water, but you're not sure how far it's the next oasis. What do? Kill him and collect his blood! AI feedback email. We keep discussing what an artificial intelligence would mean to us and how it would change our understanding of the world. That's a great topic, and I think we've covered it extensively. What we've barely mentioned, though, is the other side of the coin. I mean, our lives would still be what they were before, AI or no AI. The question I think we should discuss is, even if it's all completely hypothetical, is the perspective of the artificial intelligence itself. What would it be like to be that creature, to suddenly come into being, created by others as an experiment, to have all the information about yourself, to know exactly how you function? What would you think about the world? Would you see meaning, beauty? How would you judge humanity? Where would you see yourself fitting into the grand scheme of things? I think we should try to put ourselves in the shoes of such a being. Dear Alexandra, thank you for your feedback, but this is a philosophy course, not science fiction, and that's why I almost gave up on my studies. Team leads email. Although, like, AI safety in general is a fascinating subject that I'm really interested in. Right? It turns out we're very bad as humans at understanding how AI systems work, and like we're very bad at specifying goals in particular, which is certainly a problem, right? There's this sort of I guess quintessential thought experiment of the robot, or like the AI that sort of like the general intelligence. Like when I say AI, I mean sort of general intelligence, like an intelligence that is capable of taking in information about the world and responding to information in pursuit of a particular goal that can both be affected and affect its environment, but also can be given arbitrary problems, right? It's not a thing that is designed for a particular purpose. It is, you give it a problem and it can solve it without being designed for that. Like the quintessential sort of thought experiment is like the paperclip collecting robot or stamp collecting robot or whatever, right? Like you take a general AI and you say, I'm a big stamp collector. I really like stamps. Can you collect me stamps? And you expect it to do something like, purchase cheap stamps off the internet. But its only goal is to maximize stamps, not necessarily for any reasonable assumption, right? Most humans would be able to be like, oh yeah, what you really mean there is like you want to try to like look at the internet, find the cheap stamps where they're good deals and buy them. And what a robot thinks is just get stamps. And that could turn all of the matter in the universe into stamps, because that's its only goal, right? Humans are particularly bad at specifying specific goals that actually make things do what we want them to. And there's a lot of fun problems around that. I find it very fascinating, right? Like a lot of the times when you like make AI algorithms or machine learning algorithms, they produce output that looks right, but you don't necessarily know if it actually is right? There's a lot of good examples of this where they put they make like a maze solving AI kind of thing, where they make its goal to get to the end of the maze, and then it learns, you train it, it looks like it can do the mazes. The problem is all the training mazes you've given it, for example, the exit is in the bottom right corner. And the AI never actually learned that there is an exit to the maze. It just learned that when it got to the bottom right corner, it won. And then you give it a new maze where the exit's in a different corner, and it just goes to the bottom right corner and thinks it won. Because it wasn't trained, like we gave it a goal and it looked like it was accomplishing the goal, but really it wasn't. And that's something that we're very bad at processing, and we're doing a lot of research around lately, and I find it very interesting. Anyway, we're playing a game, not talking about AI, I suppose. Team leads. We're blessed to have so many people contributing to this project. We've got to make sure everyone is on the same page. Oh, yeah, like the dogs that they trained to go explode tanks, and then they trained them on their own tanks, so that when they released the dogs, they just ran into their own tanks, because it's what they thought they were supposed to do. Please refer to the following people when W7468726F. Alexandra Drennan, Nadia Sarabhai, Rob McLean, Trevor Donovan, George Jameson, Alan Jameson, Bob Rakovsky, Regia Brickmont, Aurora Calvin, Omar Garib, Something Lanning, J.E. Harrison, Frank Nagati, Jared Shmilev, Sunway Yang. I think a lot of the, it looks like data corruption, right? Like we're talking about, the terminal was talking about how, a lot of the data is corrupt or whatever, right? So when we see things missing like this, it feels like it's probably memory addresses or something, and we've got data corruption. Though not directly part of our project, the archive team is sharing both physical and digital space with us. If there are any technical issues to resolve, please contact the project lead, Arkady Charon. That's hard to say. Chernyevsky. Don't worry, he's nice. And Stration of Styrigia. was a Greek materialist philosopher associated with the Peripatetic school, an admirer of Aristotle. He was a proponent of empiricism and a fierce critic of philosophy. Oh yes, yeah, like that kind of thing too. There's a lot of stuff around that, which is very interesting. There's some really great video essays that I like by a guy named Rob Miles on YouTube, who talks a lot about this kind of stuff. And ones that I find particularly interesting are the sort of instrumental goal videos where there's sort of two types of goals in particular. There's like the final goal, like the thing that you actually want, right? Detect enemy tank or collect stamps. But then there's like the little things on the way that are temporary goals, basically. For example, if your goal is to collect stamps and the only way you have of purchasing stamps is to purchase, or to get stamps is to purchase them, collecting money is not something that is your final goal, but it allows you to achieve your final goal. So it's your temporary in-between goal, right? Like the instrumental goal. That's something that they need to accomplish to do the thing they really want to do. And we're particularly bad at aligning those with our final problems, right? And our final like problem statements. And I find that his videos not are very interesting. But there's a very early example of that when I was talking about the tanks, before AI was even thought of as being a thing. Like Russians trained dogs. It's a terrible story, so content warning for people who like animals. But they trained dogs to run under tanks while they had explosives strapped to them, so that they would run under the tank and then blow up and like destroy the enemy tanks. However, they trained them on their own tanks, right, like T-34s, so that when the dogs were released in fights, they ran under the Russian tanks because they were trained on tanks that looked like Russian tanks rather than tanks that looked like German tanks, for example. And so it's not really AI, but it's like a similar problem, right? Like humans are bad at at specifying the problem in a way that allows things to learn to actually solve the problem. Because we are already general intelligences, so we can sort of understand and problem solve things and know what things meant, whereas an AI doesn't, right? It needs the exact specification very directly. Okay. We read the emails. New journal. Oh, was that it? I couldn't look at more stuff. Oh, okay. What did we want? We wanted the tea. We want the yellow tea. So that's this way, it looks like. Let's see if there's like QR codes or anything that I'm missing. Oh, okay. A bit tied up. That is currently jammed. Those are currently jammed. This is a new one. I assume that would kill me. No, that will kill me instantly too. Okay. So what we need to do is remove all those jammers, basically one at a time. So we like jam this from far away so that we can take this one. And then we jam this from far away so that we can take this one. Then we can jam this from far away so we can take this one back. Re-jam this one. And now we have the 3 jammers, and that robot we don't care about. Because it's not going to come over here, presumably? Yeah. Now I can jam you. I can go to this one, because I don't care about that gun anymore. Jam that. The robot blew up the gun? I didn't know that would happen. Okay. Get our puzzle piece. Oh, there's a star in there, though.
As is your purpose.
Well, I need to get the star. This is important.
Must be your own. Therefore, I will not guide you unless it is necessary.
Well, now that that door is open, I can just bring it around, right? I don't... Okay. I expected that to, like, be harder than it was, because there was a star there, but... So that gives us all the puzzle pieces for a thing, so I kind of want to go see what happens when we do that. Alright, because we get all the pieces for this. Click. How do I rotate them again? Space? Space. Oh, thanks for the follow. You have now unlocked something. I don't know what I've unlocked.
There is much that you may learn in the halls of my temples, for there is much that
Oh, it went away.
that is why you are a child. But children are made to learn, and in time they come to have dominion over the lands of their home. So it shall be with you and your generations.
Interesting. So I got one of the stars. Yeah, I took the pieces away. But there's more pieces, so I think that's fine. I feel like I just want to finish this one because I've started it, so we might as well. Although I don't know if the red piece is going to do anything for me. As of now. I mean, I've started this one, so I just want to finish it. And that's the sort of... because that's the type of person I am. Okay, so let's go this way, I guess. What's over here? This is a blue Z. Or a green Z. I can look at colors. Stashed for later. Okay, so we have a bomb that's jammed. We've got a door that we can't open because it is locked. We've got a bomb, some machines. Don't know what that is. Ah! It followed me. Yeah, suddenly they're a lot bigger. Puzzle piece. The first ones were all very straightforward with what you had to do, and now suddenly there's just a lot more options. Is, you know, not surprising, I guess. If I take this, I'm just going to explode immediately, right? Yeah. There's no way to fix that. So we need to get around something here. Oh, there's a bomb there. That's what got me. Oh, what if I go this way? Oh, I got the keys. Will it kill me if I go that way? Can't go through there. Looks like it's the keys here. Now I get another one of these. With which I can do something. I mean, I could go back, I could go get this one, which I feel like is probably the right choice, right? Like if I jam this, I can take this. And then if I like pick this up, where does that go? If it's just going back and forth there, it doesn't matter. Yeah, and now I can use both of these to do something. Feels good. Let's jam you for now, just so that's done, and I don't have to worry about dying to that while we explore. Puzzle pieces over there. Oh, there's a bomb there. I don't know if jamming those will do anything for me. I could jam both of those and then run through there, which is certainly something that could be done. Well, just like I just have to dodge the bomb, I assume, if I'm doing that, which I think is probably what we want to do here. That seems to be right, I think. So we jam this. And I take this one and we go over here and jam this. And then we don't worry about the bombs, we just dodge them. Yeah, that works. Okay, so I got that one. And I want to finish this area because I'm here. I know the intent is probably like, you don't really need these right now, so you don't have to get them, but I want to get them because I'm here. Locked me up, swallowed the key. Okay, so we got a door. Nothing. Nothing. And a jammer. Okay, so the only thing we can do is unjam the door. And then presumably we need to find a key to open that door so that we can get the jammer back. Yeah, so we get the keys. So that we can then unlock this door and take the jammer so that we can go through. There's another door here. But we can't do anything with that because we don't have another secondary jammer. No keys over here. We can jam that, and maybe that leads us to something. Yeah, we get another jammer by jamming that, and then we can jam the door, and we can take this. We can jam this. Oh, so we need the door jammer. So I guess the way to do this then is we take this and we jam the door so we can take this. Oh, did that wrong. Jam the door so we can take this. So we can jam that. Jam this, and we get the thing. And then there's a ladder, which presumably I can climb. Correct. Sweet. Another one down. One of these, I think there was 2 stars here, so one of these should have a star. And actually the first world had a star too, so like there's somewhere we're missing a star. We just haven't seen one of the stars. Because this one had a star in it. But there's no actual label. Right? There's no label that says there is a star here. So there's a star in the first world somewhere that we just didn't see. An escalating problem.
Here, those who are worthy may seek the counsel of my blessed messengers. But their wisdom shall not be given easily, for your accomplishments must be your own.
So seek counsel? I know how this works. Wait, what? That's me. I know how this works. You've got answers. I need them. Let's come to some arrangement. Steak Mittens version 99. That's me. Probably takes your Steam name or something. Messenger must be awakened first. Puzzle over there. Piece. Should be back. There we go. Yeah. My Twitch, my OBS crashes after 2 hours, like repeatedly, and I don't actually know what it is. I think that it is an IP or an internet provider thing. Where they like detect a lot of like traffic on a particular port and they're like, oh, we think you're like torrenting something because you're uploading a lot. And they cut it off. the ball in there. Get up there. No. Can jam this, however. Get a nice little courtyard. We can jump down into that courtyard. I feel like the green versus yellow versus red thing is like level of complication. This one is like a bit harder. We can get up here. Don't know what it really does for us though. Because I need to jam that door to get through. Do I have any other way? If I put this down here, can I take it through the window? No. I have seen a bomb bump into a turret and it explode. Oh, there's another one here. Not much time waiting for the designer to take my hand until I realized they've been getting me all along. I realized that it isn't for me to seek his help, it is for me to help myself. So I put the robot in there. The only thing I can do is really jam that for now. I could also jump down. Oh, there's stairs. Okay, so I was worried that if I jump down I couldn't get back up, but definitely can. There are stairs. But there's nothing else over here. Up in there. That looks like keys again. I'd probably need those keys for something. I feel like this path means something, right? The fact that I can jump down over here makes me feel like there's something I can do. Like, can I get it from up here or something? Can. Excellent. Does that allow me to do anything? Well, it's going to allow me to jam this door. Although there's a robot there, which I'm scared of. Does he turn around or does he go straight? I'm wondering if it turns around. Or if they just rotate. Looks like they just rotate. Wondering if there's other things. I can't tell if there's something in that corner or not. I kind of want to go check it out. This might end up in me getting killed. But I want to look. Nothing there, okay. Now we have the key. We go up here. Then we can key that. Huh. I feel like I need another jammer. But I saw something over there. I can jam this, but then I think I just get shot. Is that a jammer there at the bottom? No, it's a ladder. I mean, up here can't let me jam this door, so I can go backwards. There's a ladder there. That's a jammer, but that's the one that that's the one I put there. If I recall correctly, there wasn't anything in there. I don't think there was. This is strange. What does this area do? This area does nothing. I was walking up there. There was nothing over here except for keys. There was no like secondary jammer or anything. Am I just going to die? I mean, I can let the bomb out. And then try to explore later, but I don't know if that's going to do anything. Oh, I can let the bomb into here now. I wonder if the bomb will go all the way around. Will it go all the way in that other area? Or does he just turn around? Oh, he comes up here. Oh, can I make him blow up the gun? Because I've seen them blow up the guns before. Kaboom! Haha, that worked. Yeah, it seems to be unlimited, which I think is kind of part of the gameplay. At least an intended part of it. I've got a red block, and I don't know what to do with the red block. There's also a star in here somewhere that I just didn't see, so presumably there's a star somewhere. Yeah, this was kind of fun. I'm learning a lot about how this all works. So I'm missing a star somewhere. Okay, thanks for hanging out. See ya. I'm probably going to end in like 30 minutes anyway, at most. Okay, so we did that one. There's a star in the first one somewhere that we didn't get, which is a little bit annoying. I need a green L, or the yellow L here would be useful, and then I need like the T's. Oh, these symbols here, they say like to get these, you require the new item thing that we've unlocked, right? We've unlocked that like other sort of tower, and it's like or that little tower thing, and it says you need it to get those ones. So I guess we have to do those. Oh, there's another one there, and it's locked, so that probably means something too. Let's see if we can unlock this A, because this feels like it is something that we want to do, right? Right, they lead to a bunch of other stuff. I feel like there's like a whole other level up there. Yeah, that feels correct. So maybe we'll do the A. So let's go to 2 and just get that. Let's just do 2. Let's do world 2, and then maybe we'll call it a day. Try to unlock the A thing. Got another terminal here. Part 2 of the certification program has now been generated. Part 2 has been designed to test the consistency of some of your outlier responses in the previous round. It presented a series of statements. Please indicate your agreement where appropriate. Yes. 3, 2, 1. Since all human beings are persons, and some human beings have psychological capacity similar to animals, some animals are therefore persons. If a person is under no authority other than that to which they consent, a lot of times people don't consent to authority that they are strictly under, so the quality of life of persons ought to be maximized. I mean, I agree. Value is discovered. I don't know what that means. I guess. Persons deserve the talents they were born into. I mean, Deserve is a weird word there. I don't like the description, but I guess that's kind of the point. The liberty of persons ought to be maximized. Not necessarily. Value is created, yes. I feel like this is just going to be a weird, like, political compass test, and at the end it's going to tell me I'm a communist or something. Searching for locally cached resources. Ian.email. Frank Nagati. 2 miles Nagati. Dan Nagati. Subject Ian. First day at the Institute for Applied Pneumatics. On the way to work, I'm terrified. What if they don't like me? What if they're all geniuses and I'm a complete buffoon? Maybe they were just kidding about letting me work there. Trembling, I walk in, and right at the entrance there's a life-size poster of Jeff Goldblum. What the hell? Then I get it. Institute for Applied Pneumatics. Ian. Dr. Ian Malcolm from the Jurassic Park movies. Jeff Goldblum. Dr. Sarabi shows up smiling. We were trying to find a cool acronym back when the Institute was founded. She said, INAN? IAPN? INAPNO? It all sounded stupid, but we didn't just want to call it Ian because that's a name. Then someone made a joke about calling it Jeff, and then it kind of stuck. So we're officially called Ian, but if you hear anyone referring to Jeff, that's our internal name. I guess I know, bloody geeks. Athena analysis. User Alex16 added 4 notes. Novel's first sentence. She woke up in an impossible place knowing nothing. Signifies more than the beginning of another amnesia-based mystery, though we should all go so far as to read the entire work as allegory. Rather, while taking the science-fictional novice as core of the narrative at face value, we should, having no inherent knowledge of the nature of the world, forced to rely on what we are told by others and what our own flawed, limited senses tell us, social reality and objective reality come into conflict. When in Chapter 16, A Second Awakening in the Kingdom of Artemis, the protagonist questions her mentor on the more meaningful interpretation can only be achieved through synthesis of and Talos principle. Whether it is true that Daedalus constructed the giant Talos, or as others say, he was the creation of Hephaestus, what we may be certain of is that he was made of bronze, and had but one vein within which flowed a liquid substance like blood, which some claim was quicksilver, and others assert was ichor, such as flows in the veins of the gods. The loss of what liquid caused him to die, as a man dies when he loses his blood. May we not then say that Talos, though created as a machine or a toy, had all the essential properties of a man? He moved of his own volition. He spoke and could be spoken to, had wishes and desires. Indeed, in the tale of the Argonauts, that was the cause of his downfall. If then a machine may have all the properties of a man, and act as a man, while driven only by the ingenious plan of its construction, and the interaction of its materials according to the principles of nature, then does it not follow that man may also be seen as a machine? This contradicts all the schools of metaphysics, yet even the most faithful philosopher cannot live without his blood. This is true. More journals. Got a star. Oh, so we can look at the journals. That's fun. To know what to do with the star. What is this?
When I was a little girl, one of our teachers, Mrs. Higgins, told us to
Time capsule.
write letters to the future so one day we could remember what it was like to be children. I thought it was stupid, so I didn't do it, which I really regret. So, I guess I'm gonna make one now. Bury it in the archive instead of under a tree. I don't know if anybody will ever find it, but somehow it seems important to keep talking, to keep thinking, for as long as I can.
This is a big area. There's a lot of stuff. I was not expecting this. I was not expecting this giant beach to explore. Good lord. There's a lot here. Oh, I think there's QR codes there. Yeah. Something strange has come into the world, like a distortion, like something that's not supposed to exist. A beautiful voice speaks within it. That voice is not supposed to be here. It is not the work of the designer. We must avoid these abnormalities. They might spread and undermine the very fabric of our world. I don't know. I mean, I'm a robot. No. No, I cannot. Seems to kill me to do so. I was very surprised when I walked into the water and I could, but then I just immediately died, so... But, like, there's so much to explore here. I feel like the star or whatever might just be in the open world rather than in the, like, puzzle rooms. Feels like it could be a real thing. So maybe there's, like, a star around here somewhere. Or if this is just exploring, I don't know. We'll find out sometime. Run around looking at stuff. Very big. There's another ruin over there. Oh, that looks like it's a thing. What is this? There's a terminal. That day, oft remember when from sleep I first awakened and found myself reposed under a shade on flowers, must wondering where and what I was, whence thither brought and how. One day you discover that you are not a human being, but a machine. Your life so far was real. No one controlled you or programmed you to behave in some specific way. Your physical and mental capacities are identical to those of an organic human being, but you're created in a lab. No one except you knows about this. Your family, your friends, they all think you're a regular human being like themselves. You could continue to live your life the way you had before and nothing would change. How do you react? Pay specific attention to these questions. Does your concept of yourself change? Are you the same person you thought you were? I feel like the answer is no. Does your understanding of the world itself change? I don't think that does. This looks like it's like an essay topic. Oh, it is. This is topic 3. Because there's also I read the 15 to 100 to 2,000 words. 26 is the final deadline. No extensions will be granted. Submit via email. Do you reveal the information to others, or do you keep it to yourself? Why? I feel like I would keep it to myself. All these calm people are driving me mad. Have they all suddenly turned into Buddha or something? I didn't know the world had such reserves of serenity. Though these later day Gautamas are at least being somewhat realistic. You know what's even worse? Those paranoid nutters who are building bunkers and collecting guns. What are they going to do? Shoot? Though I have to admit the overall response has been much better than I ever anticipated, to the point of where I might be moved by the beauty of humanity if I wasn't such a grumpy old fart. This minority of total idiots is really messing up my final days. Anyway, the reason I'm writing is because I refuse to believe in scenarios with absolutely no solutions. If we all put our heads together, we can figure something out. It'll be crazy, but crazy is better than dead. Crazy is what we do best on this planet. Added to journal. Oh, another QR code. With nothing? Yeah. Nothing happens. That's weird. Yeah, this place is huge. Exploring the outskirts, see if anything like jumps out at me. I mean, I've already found the terminal. Maybe there's something else. Is that a QR code? Statue. Big old building in the middle there. This looks like a pedestal from like whence I came. I woke up on one of those. What was that buzz? Doesn't seem to be location based. Oh, we're on, it's like an amphitheater. Okay. Interesting. Okay, we're looking for the green L, so let's do this one, I guess. What's that? Green L. The guards must be crazy. Oh, there's a ball right there. You turn around when you see the... Jammer. Oh, that's awkward. How do I get back? Obviously I got here, so I have to be able to. Can I do anything down here? No? Okay, so I guess we jam this. We'll take that. Jam you. Oops. That was the wrong way to approach that. Jam door. Ball. Seems to block the ball. Let me go see what's down here. I need to jam that. Uh-oh, I don't like this. He turns around, though. If I jam that. We would put him through there for now. So that I can get these. Oops. So I can get these jammers through. Just drop it for now. Jam door, jam ball. Puzzle piece. Which is one that was required. Okay, so do we explore this like whole area while we're here? I mean, there's a lot here. I don't know if I can. Oh, there's the star. But how do I get a jammer? Found a star. Gotta be a jammer in here somewhere. I sort of assumed the star would sort of be in the overworld somewhere. I assume I can't take them out of here. There's gotta be someone, there's someone lying around somewhere. I don't know what this place is, and nor, it seems, as anyone else. Nothing to do but move forward and note whatever I find. Hall of Windows. There's a Hall of Windows. Pretty sure this purple means I can't take the jammer, yeah, so they won't let me take the jammer out of the puzzle. This is true. But I can jam that from here. Can't jam through chain link fences. So I guess I jam this from this side. And then we can take this, and can I jam that over there? Yeah. And then what, jam this? And then we'll take the piece. Oh, that's a new one. Or a new set of pieces, I guess. We cannot remove the jammer from the puzzle room, so we're gonna have to find a jammer somewhere. Which doesn't... Oh, there's also a door with keys. So perhaps we have to find keys somewhere too. Well, we did a whole lap of like the outside. I feel like we should probably do one of more on the inside too, I guess. Suicide mission? Doesn't sound pleasant. The gun that's not turned on. Got a jammer here. Door. So I guess we need to jam this so that the bomb comes out and blows up the gun. Oh, that doesn't work. Will it work if I'm like here? It'll let aggro on me? Doesn't seem to. Oh, that'll kill me. I see. I think I see what to do. So we take the jammer and we jam the gun from like over here. I didn't realize there was a switch here, so we turn on the gun. Then we can take the jammer and not get shot, and then we open the door and the bomb comes out and blows them both up. Boom. And puzzle piece. This is a lot of fun. I'm having a good time with this so far. You guys are enjoying it. I need to find both a jammer and a set of keys somewhere in this like overworld area. Neither of which I see anywhere yet. I'm trying to explore little nooks and crannies while I run by. Can you see that? Oh, this used to be a door. Like, this used to be a puzzle. Look, there's a thing here, but the door's broken. What the fuck? Hello? This used to be a puzzle. So, what is there, like a jammer here somewhere? You'd kind of expect there to be if it was a puzzle. Doesn't look like it. Saw that we've already talked to that and we've wandered through that building already. Yeah, we're gonna have to stop relatively soon. I'm getting pretty hungry. I need to have some lunch. Following the recording. That's weird. Don't understand. I saw something. The game really messes with my head. The one over here that we didn't do. I don't think... No, we did that one. Did that one. Keys. You need keys. Where are we gonna get keys from? Did that one. Have we done all of them? I heard beep. Beep boops. That's interesting. Oh, my user profile has been generated. User provided an objective response and asked for a subjective one. User provided a particular account of personhood but was uncomfortable with its implications. User had inconsistent ideas about value. Yeah, that's probably true. Basic privileges only. Due to outstanding notes in your account, despite displaying many of the characteristics of being a person, you cannot be granted admin access at this time. In the meantime, please enjoy the basic account functionalities. You may already be criticizing your own performance, but it's clear you understand how the world of ideas affects you, even if you're sometimes weary with the realities, and allow your preferences to dictate your beliefs. You have a great deal of unused capacity, which you have not turned to your advantage. Disciplined and self-controlled outside, you tend to be worrisome and insecure inside, but you pride yourself as an independent thinker and do not accept other statements without satisfactory proof. Access COM portal. You don't know the basic account. Network access is restricted to administrators. Please enjoy the basic functionalities. Lost admin password. That's interesting. Already read those. I didn't. There's a QR code. We can't tell if the documents in the terminals are all that's left from a larger archive or are carefully designed to communicate some hidden truth. Cheap version 69. Have I gotten all the ones here? All the ones available, I suppose. There's the star, but I haven't seen a... I need a gun. I need a jammer or keys. So we can always come back to this. We'll need to remember that there's the potential here, but we know that the star is there, so... That the star is still available, so we'll know that we'll want to go back to that eventually. But something we can do is open this A door, and I want to see what it's all about. Click, click, click. Not sure what the bet. How do I always forget how to rotate these? This. That lets us in here. The button. Uh-oh. Well, we're going up. This gate shall be forever open to you. Oh, that's weird. Don't look up. That does not feel good. Do not ascend the great tower. Well, let's explore this level, and then we'll probably call it quits there. I want to play more now, though, but I'm very hungry. I'm very interested to see if this will be like Portal, but like less explicit, in that like you very much like escape the boundaries of your testing and sort of play the metagame as Portal. Like you escape the testing and you like try to get out of the test to do other things. I wonder if this is going to do something, but maybe less explicit, right? Like, you can find your way out of the test if you, like, do the right thing or something like that. Nothing I can do up here. Yeah, well, there's this door. Another terminal. The Council of Zeus. The great bronze bulls pulled the carriage forward, mighty bursts of steam issuing from their nostrils. Finally they came to the gates at the top of the user.set. Here assembled were all the many generations of the gods and demigods and souls of mortals, steel and bronze and iron and memory of flesh. The clouds parted far beneath, revealing the beautiful plains of Macedon. It's Macedonia. Our great gleaming cities have once... Dr. American Hulock, the fall of the Roman Empire, a dialectical approach. But interesting with such a perspective, Of the decline and ultimate dissolution of the Roman Empire may be, they ultimately put too much emphasis on individual catastrophic events. The real question that must be asked is why the Roman Empire, which had dealt with so many threats and catastrophes over the years, was so incapable of responding to these later problems. We must investigate the division of wealth, the structure of government, the location of power in Roman society. Had the Republic survived or been restored, would Rome still have fallen? What was the role of debt and slavery in creating the conditions for what we now call the Dark Ages? Rome, the saying goes, was not built in a day. It did not fall in a day either. To register for the class, please email. I assume this is the Great Tower we're not supposed to ascend. We got door B over here. And another terminal. The great irony of the Oxyrhynchus papyri is that such a vital source of information about the ancient world exists only because of a garbage dump. While the Library of Alexandria burned at the hands of fanatics and conquerors, depriving us of unimaginable insights into history, philosophy, and art, the papers carelessly thrown away by the citizens of Oxyrhynchus survived to the modern day. And though it is true that a great deal of what we know today is because of the conscious efforts of individual and organizations, such as the spectacular translation and preservation work done during the Islamic Golden Age, so much more is simply the result of coincidence and luck. We've lost texts that the ancients considered to be absolutely essential, while utterly trivial. Even plagiarized work has survived unharmed. So if we want our descendants to remember more than glittering emo vampires and auto-tuned teen pop stars, we have to invest in make sure that. I certainly agree. Something like Wikipedia, if that, is maintained in 1,000 years, will be incredible for people of the future. The Book of the Scribe of Osiris, and sometimes also referred to as the Book of the Journey to Aru, is an ancient Egyptian text discovered in the excavation of Oxyrhynchus. It has caused a certain degree of controversy, depending on whether you're English or not, among Egyptologists, as some argue that it's a classic funerary text, such as the Book of Coming Forth by Day, while others believe it to be a poetic work not intended to be understood literally. The book tells the story of a dying man who has to scribe about the afterlife. The scribe, a servant of Osiris, describes how the man's Ka will become separated from his Ba, and how he will have to reunite the two and become an Ak, living intellect, passing the series of trials in the Duat in order to reach the paradise of Aru. Unlike similar texts, the Book of Scribe of Osiris focuses less on giving advice, or a recent study suggests the text may have been intended as a philosophical commentary on the world of the living through the allegory of the Duat. It remains unclear whether this was the intent of the original pre-Alexandrian author or a result of the later translation into Greek. The earlier manuscript, which is considered to be more authentic, is too fragmentary to provide the answers that perhaps further excavation may. It's a metaphor for the game. Yeah, so we need those puzzle pieces to open B. Presumably there'll be a similar thing for C over here, but gotta explore, man. Oh my god, can I just run out into the salt flats forever? I wish I could reach those islands in the distance, but it seems to be impossible. Can I just run? No. Always worth a try. Oh, there's another one back here. Okay, well, let's look at B first, and then I'm going to run around this. And by B, I mean C, because we already looked at B. Whoop. C seems to require a bunch of red pieces. Heaven and hell. The mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell, a hell of heaven, and no matter where, if I still be the same, and what should I be? All but less than whom thunder hath made greater. Here at least we shall be free. The Almighty hath not built here for his envy, will not drive us hence. Here we may reign secure, and in my choice, to reign is worth ambition, though in hell, better to reign in hell than serve in heaven. The ancient tradition that the world will be consumed in fire at the end of 6,000 years is true, as I have heard from Hell. For the cherub with his flaming sword is hereby commanded to leave his guard at the tree of life, and when he does, the whole creation will be consumed, and appear infinite and holy, whereas now it appears finite and corrupt. This will come to pass by an improvement of sensual enjoyment. First, the notion that the man has a body distinct from his soul is to be expunged. This I shall do by printing in the infernal method, by corrosives, which in Hell are salutary and medicinal, melting apparent surfaces away and displaying the infinite which was hid. Okay, so we have this tower, around the tower, and behind it to look at. There's another building back here. Very large. Do not ascend it, apparently. There's something we can interact with there, but we don't have a way of interacting with it yet. Games. Okay, so let's go check out this thing. Apparently I'm not supposed to ascend it. There's more to this place than it seems. I have seen things you can only imagine. Doof! Thanks, Doof! That's fun. Like, I assume these are supposed to be messages from, like, previous versions of the AI or whatever, right? And it's, like, pulling people from my Steam list as the names, which is very fun. This must be the tower we were warned about. It seems the upper levels are locked tight. Elohim is taking no chances that we stray from his path. From sheep. Must also be other people who have played the game too, though. The voice keeps speaking to me. I can't get it in my head. It is wrong. It is all wrong. Listen to me very carefully. I've climbed this tower and no good has come of it. This world is the only world. Elohim's will continues eternal and paradise is banishing all this from your mind. All they say they made it to the top are blatantly lying, or they would say what's there. That's interesting. Like the thing that's in there. But clearly we've got to try to go to the top. We can push that one.
Cannot detect location of primary subject. Query.
Huh. So if I go up the tower, it can't find me? That's interesting.
Is there anything that we associate more closely with intelligence than curiosity? Every intelligent species on Earth is attracted by the unknown. Our mythologies are full of riddles and mysteries and divine knowledge. Even the word apocalypse means revelation. It seems like our ancestors always imagined that even at the very end, we would solve one last mystery.
Interesting. I'm gonna go back to the starter area because I feel like I want to try to get that box. I don't know what it means. Plus, there's nothing I can do else up here anyway until I get more puzzle pieces. On returning from the tower, I felt a great tiredness and an enormous energy. What I now know disturbs me, but I hope that living with this knowledge I might provide a shoulder for you, the giants of tomorrow. The view from the top must be incredible.
Where have you been, child? Remember, the great
tower
is not for you. Do not give up the hope of eternal life for the hollow promises of curiosity.
I definitely will. There's absolutely a metaphor there. Like, you know, Don't ask questions and you'll be rewarded. With eternal life and junk. Alright. So I need the yellow tea. Yeah, so going in here next is probably what we want to do. Okay. Leave your mark. Tell others what you think. That's fun. I'm excited to do more of this, but I'm gonna have to stop now. It's been 3 hours between Blood Bowl and this, and I am starving. I need to go eat something. I've got some other stuff going on today, so I'm going to stop it here. Thanks everybody for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back next Saturday. Definitely. I think I said definitely. I don't know. I'm going to try to come back next Saturday and play more of this because I'm having a lot of fun and I want to do more of it. There'll be Blood Bowl for me every 2 weeks for that one league where I'm playing Dwarves, but I'm going to be back to play more of this hopefully soon, probably Saturday, but not necessarily guaranteed. Wednesday and Friday, or Wednesday is also a possibility, but I'm busy literally every other weekday, so feel free to come check out more. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed it. That's going to be it for me. I'm going to go eat something. I'm having a lot of fun, and I'm really excited to do more with this, so I hope you come enjoy it too. See you later, folks. Have a great Sunday afternoon.